It is media day for the University of Rio Grande women's track and field team, and I'm Randy Payton, the sports information director, talking with head coach Matt Paxton. We're also joined by Amarissa Kearns and by Paris DeBoard. Coach, we'll start with you. You have the task of replacing Bob Willie, and obviously you had a little taste of that during the cross-country season, but track and field, I guess, is really where you made your bones at the high school level, and now you're stepping into some big shoes.
Yeah, and nobody's going to replace Coach Willie. I mean, he's 43 years here. I mean, we're just going to try to do our own thing and build on the tradition he started and go our own direction because there's no replacing. We'll just have to make our own mark on the program and build our own traditions moving forward.
You obviously been here since the start of the school. Has the newness worn off, or is it still learning things on a day-to-day basis?
Training sprinters in the fall is not something you really have to do at the high school level, so that's been different. They said, hey, you're not going to teach school for the first time in 27 years. You'll just be coaching this year. This will be fun for you. I had no idea. It's still, and every morning it's still something new. It's really been awesome. The time's been flying. I mean, it feels like I just stepped into the job, and I've been here 6 months now. But it's amazing. It's a great experience, and we're really doing some stuff right. But my goodness, it's been busy. Indoor
season already underway. What's your early take on what kind of squad you have?
Oh goodness, I wasn't sure moving in like what we were going to have coming back, especially with the big change in coaching. It's going to take. There's going to be a transition period. Our athletes have bought in much quicker and much better than I thought that it was possible. I mean, we started off, we ran one meet before break and almost got a national qualifier in our one meet before break. We came back after break, set a school record in the 800, got a national qualifier within a couple weeks, and every event we're in, we've been competitive. I mean, we've been holding our own against some D1s when we've gone to the first couple meets here, and it's been really way ahead of where I thought we'd be at this point, to be honest with you.
We'll bring each of the student athletes in. We'll start with you first, Amarissa. What's your take on this team and what can it do this year?
Well, I think we have a lot of individual goals, but I also feel like our individual goals wouldn't be possible without our team. And so far, Paxton has done a great job of kind of cultivating that team atmosphere that I feel like we really need to get to that next level. So it's been really fun, and I think it's going to be a really great indoor and outdoor track season.
Paris, what's your take on it? Like we said earlier, it's a different situation to see the season starting and Bob Willie's not around, and it's just got to be a different vibe, isn't it?
It's a different vibe, but it's also the same vibe because Paxton and I have been together for about 7 years now. He was my high school coach as well, but it's definitely been awesome. He's progressed the program already so much, and I'm looking forward to it.
Coach, kind of talk about now that you've gotten your feet wet, so to speak, what's the strengths of this team?
We're strong kind of everywhere. I mean, there's nowhere where we're super weak, to be honest with you. I mean, we're really good in men's distance. Our top end of women's distance is competitive. We've always been good at throws, and they're starting to really come back strong. Sprints, I would say, is probably where we're least deep, but we also have individual talent. So it's really interesting because we don't really have any weak areas. I would say probably our strongest area right now is probably the top of the sprints and the top of the we actually have a fair number of really good hurdlers too, on the guys' side especially. But on the women's side, there's not a place we're weak, to be honest. We've just got to build some depth.
That's got to be a great feeling for you as a coach as now you move forward in trying to recruit. It's not necessarily a situation where the cupboard's completely bare.
No, it's not. I mean, I didn't know quite how everybody would adapt, like I said, but to be honest, everywhere we've got somebody. I mean, we could bring somebody into our program in any event area and have somebody that's going to be able to lead them by next year. So we can develop just about any event area. We're not going to be starting from scratch anywhere, I don't think.
Each of these young ladies, one a sprinter, one a distance, and those are the kind of kids, I guess, that have been through the ringer, so to speak, and that you have to rely on.
Yeah, and I mean, they've been there and they share their experience with the younger ones, and that's how you build a program. That's how you build culture. You have the older ones who, especially in track and field, because it's not like we're coaching one thing. We're basically coaching 6 sports at once, 20-some events in a lot of different areas. I mean, jumpers, throwers, hurdlers. You've got distance, you've got sprints, you've got mid-distance. You've got so many different areas that they have to be responsible for themselves, and they have to be leaders, basically on the course. So it's really nice to have the people that we do have that are returning that know how to do that and can teach the younger ones as they come in.
Guys, kind of talk about that a little bit, as I guess in essence, as each of you serve as assistant coaches, so to speak.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm only a sophomore, but I feel like I still help out my freshmen a lot, or even upperclassmen. Nobody really takes the role of, well, I'm older, I'm doing this, this is how I do it. Everyone kind of is on the same level, and we all help each other out.
Yeah, I think we lead by example by doing the right thing and by holding each other accountable. And they say you're as weak as your weakest link, and I don't think we have one. So,
Coach Willie had, it's kind of a weird thing. I guess it's supposed to be the way it's supposed to work. Always peaking at the right time, and I guess that everything leads up to the conference championship, and then trying to reach the national championship.
Yeah. And it's, we, at my previous position, we had indoor, and we had a big indoor team. I mean, we would always, matter of fact, we probably had as many people out for indoor there as we do here. But it's trying to get all the people to do the right thing at the right time. And right now, we're in the middle of strength building phase for just about everybody. And we're still performing extremely well, even off the distance runners are doing a lot of base. They're doing some over distances and tempo work for the sprinters. The jumpers are doing a lot of drills and a lot of form work, and we're still being fairly competitive. So I feel like when we back off and we get closer to the conference meet, we're really going to see some things happen.
One question to finish up for each of you. Talk about the quality of the River States Conference. There's some good programs in this league.
Yeah, going into it, especially coming off of cross-country season, there was a lot of girls, and it kind of shocked me a little bit, but I think every day we're just getting better and we're becoming more and more competitive. And I think that the, winning it is a possibility for us at this point, and I think we can do it as a team.
Paris?
Going off of what Marissa said, I think winning it is a possibility, and we just got to focus on us and no outside factors.
Coach, what's your thoughts on the conference?
I think we're going to go in there and we're going to put people in the right place. I'm going to look at the points. I'm going to put people in the right place, and we're going to see what we can do. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting because we're going to go in there and we're going to compete as a team.
Very good. That is the word on women's track and field for the 2024 season here on River States Conference Media Day.